Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I wasn't actually planning on filming today, but I got all dolled up for a work thing earlier today, and I thought that since I only really wear makeup once a year, it would be a shame not to get as much mileage out of it as possible, so here I am. I thought that we could check in on Marie Antoinette today. In the last episode, we found a magic lectern that could transport us into the worlds within storybooks, and we used it to become Marie Antoinette. I actually cut that part of the story out, and I realize now that that was probably not a very good idea because that must have made it quite confusing, but I cut it out for time. But yeah, that's how we became Marie Antoinette. We were some random girl, we found a lectern, got transported into a book about Marie Antoinette, and now we're Marie Antoinette. In the last episode, we also met Leonard, who was in real life was Marie Antoinette's hairdresser, but in this game is her dressmaker. And we met her best friend, a woman who is just named Gabrielle. When we left off, we had just tried on a new dress, and Gabrielle had just offered to make us some Austrian pastries. In this episode, we are going to learn the identity of Gabrielle's real-life historical inspiration, and we're also going to meet the villain of the story, and we're going to be disappointed by her name. Marie, you look so beautiful. I have no words to describe it. I'm so glad that you're more upbeat. The Gugelhofen croissants are ready. Try them on and see if they're... Try them on. Oh. Try them and see if they're to your taste, but don't put them on. That was way too quick to make any kind of pastry. Gabrielle leads me to a small tea table. The familiar smell of yummy pastry instills me with nostalgia. Gabrielle, you're too good to me. You keep saying that, but I've never done anything for you. Not really. You're the one who is good to me, Marie. If you hadn't insisted on retaining me and paid off my family debts, I wouldn't even be in Versailles. Yes, I remember. I was the only one who reached out to help her. She's always been by my side in my memories. Who are you? I don't know enough about the Princess de Lamballe and the Duchess de Polignac to know if this backstory squares with any of their actual backstories, but editing me will put in a clip saying whether it does or not. Okay, so this is actually true. I know, I'm shocked. But in a moment, we're going to find out that this woman actually is the Duchess de Polignac, and Marie Antoinette did, in fact, pay off her family's debts. Yolande Martine Gabrielle de Palestron was born on September 8, 1749 in Paris. In 1775, she was presented to Marie Antoinette, who was, quote, dazzled by her and insisted that she stay at court. The impoverished and debt-ridden de Palestron family could not afford the ruinous costs of maintaining Gabrielle, as she was actually known, at Versailles, so Marie Antoinette paid their debts and granted them an income. During the Revolution, Gabrielle became a staunch monarchist, but after the storming of the Bastille, she was sent into exile along with the rest of her family. She died in December 1793, about a month after Marie Antoinette. After spending 2 days here, I understand why Marie is so fond of her. No one likes me except for Gabrielle and Leonard. They care about me and keep me company. Don't say that. You're good to me, and it's only normal for me to be good to you in return, right? Marie. As I lean forward to grasp her hands, a stern voice comes from the corridor. I cannot be the only one feeling like there's some kind of like romantic tension going on between Gabrielle and Marie, whoever Gabrielle is. If Gabrielle is supposed to be the Duchess de Polignac, that would actually be quite historically accurate, because there were rumors even back in the day that Marie Antoinette and the Duchess de Polignac were having an affair. So maybe this game is being really, really well researched in its usage of 18th century French gossip. Just as I lean forward to grasp her hands, a stern voice comes from the corridor. Duchess de Polignac, I do not understand how you could walk around the palace after your humiliating skit. It is the Duchess de Polignac! Ah! Okay, I'm really impressed with this game. I'm not impressed with the dresses, but the kind of like hinting at romantic tension between the Duchess de Polignac and Marie Antoinette is... I doff my hat to you, game. Now just make the dresses better. Okay. It's Madame Adelaide. Marie, may I leave and come back later? Oh. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it that this woman has my name. Oh no, I wanted to click on her thing. Can I go back? Doesn't look like it. Without waiting for me to nod, Gabrielle tries to run off like a panicked doe, desperately escaping a hunter. Adelaide, Louis XV's daughter, and the current king's aunt. She hates my spending habits, but she can't do anything to me. Instead, she attacks Gabrielle. Okay, I mean, Marie Antoinette was kind of a spendthrift, so I think I'm on Madame Adelaide's side here, and not just because she has my name. I don't know of any particular animosity that was born between the Duchess de Polignac and Madame Adelaide. So again, I will cut in, editing me will cut in and tell you if there was any. There was not. At least, not that I can find evidence of. Oh, wow. Look at that monocle. You got a monocle. Oh. 10 out of 10, 100% historically accurate. Actually, this is the most historically accurate dress that we've seen so far. She's actually got a real fichu. She's got an 1780s inspired hairstyle. The whole thing could work as being like a stylized, historically accurate 18th century dress, except for the monocle. Women did not wear monocles. Take a look at you. You don't look like a noblewoman at all. No wonder lowly servants insult you to your face. You let them off without a word of rebuke. You're a disgrace to Versailles. Get away from the Queen now. You'll ruin her reputation clinging to her all day. Or did your pathetic family send you to beg the Queen for help again? No, it's not like that. I just wish to be by Her Majesty's side. Gabrielle glances at me like a scared, helpless puppy. I'm enraged. Okay, Gabrielle, you know what? You need to grow your own spine. I'm your friend, and you need to grow a spine and stand up for yourself. I cannot keep on fighting your battles for you. I know this woman is the king's aunt, but those scathing words and that arrogant attitude of hers are intolerable. Madame, I won't let you insult Gabrielle any further. She's a kind and caring person. Nothing like what you say. Your Majesty, how dare you criticize a royal princess for the sake of a minor duchess? Madame Adelaide notices the pastries on the table and smiles coldly. A few pastries in return for paying off your debts? Such a pathetic display of gratitude. You're the Queen of France, not an Austrian princess. Stop longing for those Austrian things. It's not Her Majesty's fault. I offered to bake them for her. Madame, why are you here today? I merely came to pay a courtesy visit. I didn't expect to run into the Duchess de Polignac. But since she's here, I'd like her to come to my chambers for a while. I'm sorry, that cringe that the Duchess de Polignac did was so funny. Your Majesty! Gabrielle has told me that Adelaide subjects her to all kinds of humiliating abuse. I can't believe that Adelaide dares to ask me. It's really, really weird for me to read this about somebody with my name. Gabrielle's red, swollen eyes are incredibly upsetting, and just as I'm about to reject Adelaide, she smiles cruelly. Got to get back into character. Your Majesty, I'm merely inviting her to my room for a while. Why the hesitation? I can't. I'm sure she'll do something terrible to Gabrielle, but if I say no, will that cause even more trouble? After much consideration, I take a deep breath, close my eyes, and reply, oh, I have to make the decision. Agree, reject, let... Oh, I want to let Gabrielle decide. I said that she needs to grow her own backbone. I'm going to help her to do that. Let her decide. I shouldn't decide for her. Gabrielle is my friend. I don't want to order her to do something she doesn't want to do. Since you're inviting the Duchess de Polignac, you should be asking her, not me. Your Majesty? The weak have no future without a strong leader, just like how daughter cannot survive without a host. Daughter? Daughter. Daughters are parasitic plants. They are practically leafless, with leaves that are literally minute scales. Hence they are dependent upon their hosts for nutrition. Daughter can also be used to describe someone who is incapable of surviving independently. You're the mistress of Versailles. Why can you not decide for her? Because she's my friend. I will respect her choice, no matter what that is. So what is your answer, Duchess de Polignac? Oh, and yes, do think carefully before you answer me. I nod slightly at Gabrielle, hoping she will be brave enough to defy Adelaide. I have plans with Her Majesty today. Please forgive me. Yes, we plan to spend the whole day together. If you wish to invite her, madame, please select another day. I see. What a pity. Your Majesty, I shall take my leave. Marie, thank you. I never thought that I'd be able to make a decision like that. That wasn't a decision! I mean, it was, but hardly. Oh, you need a therapist. She's trying to be nice to me. I'm bullying her. Without your encouragement, I wouldn't have been able to reply. My encouragement by my nodding at her? Why not? It's your life. Take charge. I know you're scared of her. I am too. But I think we did well. You especially. You're always helping me when I'm in trouble. Thank you so much, Marie. That's enough. Stop thanking me. Your pastries are very fragrant. I'm famished. May I eat? Sure! Stop posing like that. It's really weird. I can make more whenever you want. Yep, that's a pastry. Oh, do I need to click? Oh, I needed to click the pastries. Now what? Do I need to click the plate? Gabrielle's smile lightens my heart. Things start to feel better again. And I can't tell if the feelings belong to Marie or to me. Oh, wow. This is like the hairstyle that we already got, but bigger and worse. I am much more impressed this time than I was at the end of the first video. The costumes are still bad, but they're not as bad as they were the first time. We didn't try any dresses on this time, but Madame Adelaide had a pretty historically accurate dress on from what we could see of it. Maybe it had a historically inaccurate dip in the front too, and they just didn't bother illustrating that, who knows. But from what we could see, the costumes were slightly more accurate, and they did get some historically accurate storylines in there. Like the kind of maybe possible flirtation between Marie Antoinette and the Duchess de Polignac. On the other hand, I am being very generous. I'm super impressed with the research they've done, but that research could literally just have been reading a Wikipedia article. I mean, they have not gone incredibly in-depth. So they've done better than I thought that they would, but that says more about my expectations than it actually says about the quality of the game, which is still not very high. But it's certainly better than it could have been. So I hope you stick around. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this game. Are you impressed? Should I be impressed with how they've done, or should I hold them to a higher standard? Tell me what you think. All right, bye-bye. And before I go, a huge thank you to Mary Royal, Kit Kat Stitch, Sandra White, and Emily Donnelly for supporting this channel on Patreon. If you would also like to support this channel on Patreon, there's a link down below. No hard feelings if you can't. I'll also link to my Instagram down below and to my email. I'm going to put my email down there in case you want to contact me. Okay, bye-bye.